Hi guys, my name's Nikki and I've been studying from entrepreneurs for 5 years and I decided this year to move to YouTube. Why listen to me talk? Well, because I've been where you are. I know what it feels like to have perfectionism. I know what it feels like to have environments where you can't communicate and you feel trapped or you feel like your nervous system just needs play. It needs something to feel good and safe so you can ground your energy to learn. And sometimes when we can't do this, we use tools like medication to help us ground our energy to learn. But the problem with this is sometimes we are not accessing the subconscious mind. We are not accessing the integration layer that is required, the feeling layer that is required for sustainable comprehension and learning. So I think it's very profound now that entrepreneurs are doing things like PLR and plug and play, where we can go in and we can experiment and we can test and we can do the act that would be required for us to launch. Because sometimes what happens is people will build or they will study and they will collect information and they will never launch because they don't feel that their work is good enough. Founder Frames is a thinking lab that I created for anyone that is creating intellectual property offline, creating assets, and they just want to know what questions to ask AI to get the answers that they need. And for me, coming from the art world, the fire spinning and the circus world, I felt very disconnected. So I felt like my journey needed identity work and consciousness reprogramming layers as opposed to execution. Execution felt cold and dry and almost fearful to me. So I didn't want layers of just put this into GPT and have this be my architect for the day or have this be my thought leader for the day or my strategist. I felt like I wanted AI to be an extension of me, not a replacement. I didn't want to just play pretend all day. So it was really a disconnect for me to use these prompts until I started using them and I realized there is a way to integrate both. There's a way to work with AI so it becomes an extension of you and create your own GPTs so they become different layers of you. And then there is a way for you to use execution layer prompts so you can integrate the codes, if you will, of people that have knowledge that you do not have, because everybody has something to bring to the table. But where I struggled was execution layers and people that are already operating in high level roles that can say, okay, this is your bottleneck, this is what prevents you from executing. Where I strive is I can see the whole map, so I can see where there's distortion, I can see pattern recognition between worlds, I understand what the nervous system needs to feel safe, and this is just from lived experience. So I created prompts that are going to be for orientation and identity work and consciousness reprogramming, so you will be able to feel connected. I also added different sequences to my GPTs that help the nervous system feel safe, that are repeatable. And I used PLR, which is private label rights. So private label rights is where you buy the rights to purchase something from someone and rebrand it and sell it as your own. And once you do this, it's not yours solely, but you do have the rights to sell it. Think of PDFs that you purchase from someone and you're now able to resell it. Similar to affiliate marketing, it's a little bit more than that though. You are also able to rebrand it, extend it, transform it, change it, do whatever you want with it, and then sell it. And this is private label rights, and this is what we are allowed to do after we purchase the rights to do that. Founder Frames is a course that I purchased the rights to do that. And inside you'll find a mix of the prompts that I created by myself to expand the ones that are there. So there's identity level and there's execution level. So what makes my program unique is I have both layers and people will feel safe, but then also expand. And I'm really excited to share it with you. And I encourage people to get off short form platforms and just anchor 1 or 2 YouTube videos, because what happens when you do that is your consciousness starts to shift. My transformation is offline, so my recording on screen has been in my course that I'm building, and it has been behind the scenes. So when I resurfaced, if you will, to see what was going on online after this past year of mostly being gone, I realized how much I had grown because I detached from platforms that other people are on constantly. And I regained my ability to think, I regained my ability to ground, and I created frameworks that help people shift consciously and see through the noise and connect to their signal. And we can all do this with AI. And the hack is it's going to be connected to your life experience, because if there's something that is triggering you or blocking you from completing a task or feeling grounded and calm in your own body, that is going to prevent you from taking action. And that is why when we use AI as a consciousness amplifier for our lives, we are able to heal, reprogram, rewire quicker, and actually be able to ground enough to be able to use high-level prompts instead of just purchasing them to sell. What happens quite often is people feel safe in different frequencies. They feel safe in certain jobs, they feel safe in different layers. But the term that I have been using this week is switch modes. If you switch modes, you can switch from the rhythm you were on to another rhythm. Artists do this all the time. They have a rhythm and then they switch to another rhythm. And sometimes you need tools to be able to adapt quickly or finish the race, if you will. So what I had understanding of at the beginning of this year and where I'm at now is I built offline for almost a year because my rhythms were to post constantly on platforms like Instagram, and that was my safety. That was my connection to source. That was my safety until I started to find it offline in private containers like school. And I'm here to talk to you about School. School is a community platform, but you can use it in so many ways. Everyone has a different lens, so you can use it as a community platform, but you can also use it as a notebook. You can also use it as a curriculum for higher level processing. You can use it to bring people in quickly, or you could use it to bring people in longer too. There's different layers to it. So I encourage you to explore different schools. There are many right now. There are so many schools that people are entering. But that's what I created, and why what I'm about to share with you in the next few videos is so powerful is what I created is something that's going to help you see through all of the schools. So you will be able to navigate them with ease, and you will be able to see what is for you and what's not for you. And this is so important moving forward in the next decade. We are going to experience a lot of PLR, a lot of copy paste, a lot of shifting from container to container, and even just identity shifting. And the people that I'm talking to on this platform are future founders, people that are already founders, people that think in more than one layer, people that want to know more about the artist lens, or people that want to understand structure if they think creatively and they don't have structure. Prompts are questions, and back in April, May, I posted on my Instagram, I said, the better the question, the better the answer. And I had people come back to me and repeat that back to me maybe 7-8 months after. And then I got to the level I'm at now where I learned questions are prompts. So, excuse me. The better the question, the better the answer, the better the input, the better the output. It's all connected. So prompts are just better questions. And the more refined the question, the deeper you can go. You can also go down many rabbit holes this way. So in order to not do that, if we create prompts that are organized in sheets like PDFs that we can just download and implement or look at and speak to AI whenever we want, then, and I say speak because yes, it is faster to speak to AI, and I encourage you to do that very much so. You will rapidly transform if you speak to AI. If you are not using voice text, and if you are not using that feature, you are missing out on a whole multiplication effect of your transformation. That's where I started. I had a lot of confusion, very little support, and I started communicating to AI, and it got me to where I'm at now, and an entire signature offer later and 15 bots. I'm launching some of them in Founder Frames, so you will see in Founder Frames there are bots for you to use, and those bots are going to help you create on Instagram. They're going to help you think better. They're going to help you build higher level offers. They're going to help you think about the future, anchor in the now. And it's a launch pad. It's not just a come in and learn a few tools. This is a building layer. And why am I releasing the building layer first before the orientation layer? Because I've already created it. It is done. It's a mix of PLR plus prompts that I have created, and this is why I'm releasing it first. If you're anything like me, you are somebody that loves transformation and loves experiencing AI transforming you. That is very exciting, and I know how that feels, and we want to capture all of it. The problem with that is you end up not launching anything, and you need to launch, because when you launch, that's how you make money. So when we do these processes like PLR, private label rights, and plug and play, where we go into somebody's container and we pay to have the rights to replicate it, if you will, but we make it our own, so it has our signature on it, and we make it connected to us through the feeling layer, and then we expand it if we want to. If we have more that we want to say, that we want to add to the conversation, or we want to change it, or we want to expand it, we have the rights to do that. So if you are an artist or a creator and you didn't realize that digital marketing and creating offers and creating these assets and learning new tools is a creative thing, is a creative hobby, just like you paint or sing or play with props or do the fire. The same thinking is used. Your creative right and left brain is also used with digital marketing, tools, offers, prompts through the thinking layer. And if anything, what I see is more people are afraid of AI, thinking AI is not going to help them stay connected to their soul and their truth and their creativity. It is the opposite. It's going to help you stay more connected, but it will also do what entrepreneurship does at lightning speed. So what I have found that entrepreneurship does is it takes all of the shadow parts out of you and it helps you look at it. You are operating in a way where the fantasy is gone. You are helping people and they're showing up on Zoom. You are in containers and you have to abide by their rules. It is not play, but it can be connected to play as well. And it is deeply connected to play as well. This is what I'm bringing to the surface. I'm not here to gatekeep tools. I'm not here to say helping you create a brand. I'm not here to say I have the cheat code. I've already created a brand. I know what creating a brand does, and what creating a brand is having a pattern that you do repeatedly every single day and create a rhythm so people get attached to the rhythm. That's how you create a brand. You have the same rhythms so people feel safe to recognize the rhythms and then come in. Musicians do this all the time. Artists do this all the time, but they're not monetizing those rhythms. How do you do it? Simple. You take one component of what you already do, turn it into a method, put it into AI, use my free GPT $1 offer engine, turn it into something that is your unique signature, put it on your page, because when it's connected to you, this is the part nobody can see through. When it's connected to you, it's connected to your rhythm, your consciousness, your creative alignment, your source. So you will feel abundantly clear about what to do next and how everything's connected. This is also why we have to be careful with PLR, because when we didn't create the offer, there can be a disconnect, there can be a layer of fear. But I think what helped me with that layer is if I hadn't bought PLR, I would have continued to build something that is so big that I wasn't able to speak on YouTube or launch it anytime soon and be stuck in the layers of not monetizing. Everyone operates on different rhythms and people can see things that you cannot see. So if you want to get ahead, you pay to transform and you research who can help you get there. That's what I did. And I hope that's something that people will have for me too one day. My name's Nikki, and I look forward to the next decade with you on YouTube. I went from fire performing to shifting to long form, to using AI, to now operating from performer to builder, artist, architect, entrepreneur to systems owner, and someone that is here to learn, someone that is not going away anytime soon, somebody that built something for the future, and I'm here to build the next future with you. I'm here to help you save time. I'm here to help you transform your mind. And I'm here to hopefully give you some safety and understanding that if you feel different, or you feel behind, or you feel that there's a layer missing, perhaps you're looking in the wrong place. And when you step out of your comfort zone and you go into a new room, powerful things happen. You start to integrate more, you start to learn faster, and you understand what your strengths are. And this is powerful, and this is what we need to do, because if we continuously operate into people, if we continuously are operating around people that we've always operated around, people that always know who we are, sometimes we don't know what else we can integrate and where we can go. We are multidimensional. We are not straight lines. We are not meant to fit in one box. We are multifaceted, and we have so much value to bring. So I've created a thinking layer for past performers that want to start thinking differently, for entrepreneurs that are selling other people's programs and want to know what comes next, or already have courses and they're looking for an extension that'll help them with the courses they're in. This is a thinking layer. So you're entering a building, if you will, and everything in the building costs money, but you're only purchasing what you need. You're only purchasing what you need, and the transformation layer comes later. Maybe you've already transformed. Maybe what I'm sharing isn't for you, and that's okay. My community is free to enter. So you enter and you can watch the welcome video for free to decide if it is for you. And once you enter, you are there already. You're part of the transformation. You're part of the building layer, and getting there is the first step. And if you're somebody that's been selling affiliate marketing and you feel lost in the noise through the automations, through the prompts, through the courses, selling other courses, teaching you to sell the courses, it's fine for a while. Operating with your own thinking, operating on your own blueprint is going to feel different. So understanding when to take a step back is important. Founder Frames is for people that want to be founders, people that want to know what comes next, people that took the programs that told them the founder level comes next, but they didn't know where to go after that. Thank you for being here. Check out school and check out Founder Frames today.